out funny to step back. Constantly online, causing me setbacks too. Every day see so many people doing the things you do, and they're doing it better too. Whoa, whoa. It's like, why should I even try when there's always some other guy who's way ahead of you, but makes it look easy? Why would they need me? Oh, I hear it now. I'm just being needy. I try not to envy you, to get angry you do it better than me. I try not to hate myself, to lose confidence, but you always do it better than me. I just wanna be loved like you. I just want 'em to see me too. Just wanna be the one they choose. Yeah, I just wanna be loved. That's really, really cool for you. Yeah, everything you do is cool. It's kind of unbelievable. It's also unachievable. Yeah, almost inconceivable. I'll never do it like you do. And I know I'll grow in a who's supposed to be. But self-doubt comes easy, and I've tried almost everything, but it just hasn't worked yet. I try not to envy you, to get angry you do it better than me. I try not to hate myself, to lose confidence.
Besties, first of all, I'm trying to be in frame, right? My tripod, I guess, is not tall enough, but I'm trying to get my coffee together. I hope this is my first vlog. Y'all gotta give me some grace. Guess what, y'all? Let me kneel down a bit. Tried to make my coffee, and I don't have any creamer. So I don't drink black coffee. So what I'm gonna have to do is, I could go to the store to get some, but I don't want to. So I'm gonna have to use milk. This is what I use when I run out of creamer. And sometimes, a lot of times, I have backup creamer, but I don't even have backup creamer. So milk it is. And it's not gonna taste good either, because I use hazelnut creamer. So this is about to taste horrible. And I don't have any Splenda either, because I don't use Splenda in my coffee anymore. I used to. Let's see how this is gonna taste. I know it's gonna be nasty. It's not good. 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 I can taste the milk. I don't have no creamer in there. You guys don't want to look in there either. Let me see. It tastes very milky. Maybe I do put this on top of my coffee. Ready with, maybe this will taste better. Maybe this will help it taste good. Let's see. Which is probably not. I don't even want this coffee at this point. I feel gypped. All right, y'all. Let me tell y'all my story, because I'm ready to get it out. And I was gonna go upstairs in the loft, but I'm thinking I'm gonna just sit right here in the living room and talk to you guys really quick about what's been going on with me, the changes that's gonna come to my life. This is really gonna look crazy. the changes that's coming to my life. Let me sit this up over there and we can talk. All right, you guys, so let's talk. Couple of housekeeping rules, right? So this is my first vlog, so I'm gonna get my lighting together. I know the lighting sucks. It's early in the morning. I'm getting ready to work. I do work from home, for you guys who are not aware, and I could have brought my ring light downstairs, but I had planned to record this in the loft, but it just didn't. I don't feel like taking the camera up there and everything. So really, honestly, I just want to start so I can let the cat out the bag and tell you guys a secret that I have been holding. Also want to let you guys know, don't talk about me with my Christmas tree. I'm about to put it up. I had to wait for the bag, but I'm about to put it up. Thought I was going to be able to have some coffee with y'all. It's nasty. All right. So my worst fear has come true. There's a possibility that I may get emotional on this video, so just letting you guys know, but I'm gonna try to keep it together. There definitely will be some changes in my life, and so basically when I first found out the changes, it ripped me apart. Didn't have anybody to talk to, and just allow me to be vulnerable, please, on this. And the reason why I want to be vulnerable is because I feel like this could potentially help someone else who is experiencing this as well. Because when I stumbled upon knowledge of this, I couldn't really find anybody to help, and then the people who are in my life, like close, nobody really knows what I'm going through. And then also some people who did, I just didn't want to say anything. There came a little bit of embarrassment pretty much on my part. But anyway, so that I can just let the hat out the bag, and then we can talk about the details. So I am going to be a grandmother, and this was one of my worst fears. My daughter is 21 years old. She'll be 22 this year. And I was devastated when I found out. It may not be deep to some, but to me, it was really something that I did not want her to have to experience at a young age. I wanted her to go off to college. We all have these desires and dreams for our kids, and when it doesn't go the way that we feel that it should go, it is pretty much heartbreaking. I found out in July or August, and she was kind of like at a breaking point. Just to give you guys just a little bit of history, me and my daughter haven't been the closest. Like, we were like oil and water for a long time, and it's because, of course, you know, when we're all young, we think we know what's best for us, but then we have our parents who are in the background like, I've seen that road, and I know where that road can lead you, and let's not charter down that road. So we were like oil and water. And the reason why I'm being transparent once again is just because I feel like this could possibly help somebody at some point. So I would pray for her. I would fast for her a lot, like through high school and things like that. And I would just never see a change. And I, was kind of like, God, why? Why I, see all these other parents and their kids are doing all these great things. And I'm, not having that same story. And there was a time where I was a little bit, I won't say mad with God, but I just didn't understand, like, why me? Like, I've worked so hard. I've tried it all. I've given my daughter literally the world. I've given her both worlds, the great, good world and the world that's not so great, so that she has the option to choose which world she wants. Sometimes we can give our kids the great things and they don't know what it's like, what life looks like as a struggle. And I wanted to give her both. Like, hey, if you choose door number A, this is what you're going to get. If you choose door number B, this is what you're going to get. So life is on you. But anyway, long story, trying to make it short as possible because I don't want to be on here forever. I did find out. I was heartbroken. I was mad. I was embarrassed. I felt alone because I'm not married, so it's not like I could go to my husband and say, babe, like, what we gonna do with this girl? Or, I just didn't have that. And so, like I said, I felt so alone. And talking to my friends about it, like, they really, like, couldn't help because their children are not as old as my daughter. So in my friend group, I'm like the oldest one. I'm 41. My friends are like in their late 30s. My best friend is 40, but she doesn't have any kids. And they all have they either don't have kids or their kids are younger. I had, oh God, I'm going all over the place. So I had two friend groups. One friend group, we're no longer friends anymore because after I changed my life and really devoted my life to God, I lost those friends. You know how that is. But then I have a newer friend group who I met at just throughout life, and a lot of them don't have kids. Or if they do have kids, they're smaller. They waited a lot long later to have kids. So me going to them, they couldn't really fully understand, but very supportive and like, hey, we got you, blah, 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 blah. So I didn't really want to tell them because, like I said, I was so embarrassed and, I was worried about what people was going to say and their opinions. And, my daughter, she didn't have a job, no career, just going through life in a way that I didn't want life to go for her. So I was just like, this is just horrible because I knew ultimately that it was going to fall back on me. Let's be honest. And I had told her, like in life, I was like, if you ever get pregnant, you can't live under my roof, you can't live here, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, because you know what life can be for you. You know what I'm saying? So because you have the knowledge, if you decide to do that, you on your own, you got to figure it out. So after she didn't tell me, she told my mother. And my mother lives in a different state. She agreed to go live with my mother. So that's kind of when I found out. She was like, well, I just want to let you know before I leave, I'm pregnant. So I'm just like devastated. I'm just feeling like the worst of the worst of a mother. Like, what did I do or what did I not do? Like, and then I'm like, at the time I was 40 years old. I'm like, I'm 40 years old. Like, I'm just out of my 30s and I'm a grandmother. Like, it was just something that I never wanted. And So she goes out to live with my mother. So she's there for months. And I'm here alone. So I'm just like, ooh, thank God, you know. But it had gotten to the point where my daughter felt like she was at the end of her road. And so that's the reason why she left the state without like telling all of her business. So she goes out, and then it was time for her to come back. So during this time, just to kind of summarize, she now knows that she needs to get her life together and she needs to do something. She knows that she needs to get a job, like a good one, like start working on her career and do the things that she wants to do. So she's out there, she's deciding, does she stay there or does she come back home? So she's looking at different classes to take for a phlebotomy. So if you guys remember, I had paid for a phlebotomy class that she had took in my budget. I was like, I have to pay for this class. So she finds a school to go to, and she's like, so I'm gonna have to come back home so that I can go to school, get my certificate or whatnot. So during this span of time, I am accepting this new change that's about to happen in my life, and trying to accept it. Let me say that. I'm working on accepting it during this time. When she comes back home, I was definitely afraid because I was like, oh my goodness, I don't want to see her stomach. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it, because she had been gone for a period of time. So I tried not to look at it. But then eventually, of course, I had to look at it. So I was just like, okay. But now she is 9 months, so she's basically about to have the baby in this month, in February. So I've told you all of that. So let me tell you this. So things have been, since she's been back home, things have been, when I say amazing, like, she literally came back a different person. Like, I look at her like the conversations that she has are more mature. She's really getting ready for motherhood. She took the phlebotomy class. She passed the class. She had to take the test, the state test. She passed the state test. She starts her internship after she has the baby. She already has a date for that. She cleans up. I don't have to ask her. She's literally everything that I wanted her to be all her life. And it's so crazy because it's like, God, I prayed for this so long ago and it's now manifesting. And then she wants to go to church. Like, she gets up, she's not like, oh, I'm gonna just stay home. She wants to go, she wants to volunteer at church. And it's just, it's crazy how God will tell you to just wait on him. And now, you know, people do know now, but you know, they're like, sometimes blessings come in a way that you don't want them to come. You know, like, her life has changed by way of this. Of course, you didn't want it, but now her life has changed for the better. And I was just like, yeah, and if I think about it, I'd rather it be this than that, than what it was. Because, oh, Lord Jesus, if anybody has ever been down that road before, I don't want to ever see that road again. I will take the baby and all that. So, I am excited now, I will say. But during this transition, I'm like looking at my lighting, which is horrible. But during this transition, I have been taking care of everything for her financially. And I've been paying her health, all of her health care. There was some stuff with that, and she has health care, but because we live far, she had to get another health insurance, and so I'm paying for that out of pocket. I had to pay for her class out of pocket. I paid for her test out of pocket. I'm paying just for a little thing. She is, she's not like, this is also what I look for to see, like, is this a real change or not? She's like, no, Mom, I don't want you to do this, and I don't want you to have to take care of this or that. Just, she wanted to get a job, and I'm like, you can't, like, by the time you find a job, get hired, you're gonna have to quit because you're gonna be going into labor. So it's all right, but she's very considerate of me and my pockets. Let me say that. She's not just like, yeah, can you pay this, pay this, pay this. She's very like, no, Mom, I don't want you to do this or do that. We had the baby shower. Remember, I had told you guys, I was like, yeah, there's something that I have to do. That's the reason why I couldn't pay debt in December, like the large amount of debt. Well, because I had to pay for the baby shower that we had. And we had it on a budget, but it was very nice. But I had to pay for the baby shower, and all the things that she needs. I, had to buy her stroller. All these things cost, it adds up. But this is new waters for me. I will say now that everything has passed, I did want to document the journey along the way, but I just didn't get a chance to. But I will say that I'm very proud of the changes that she has made. Being able to see my grandchild grow in her stomach has been something to witness and see. I've never been close to someone like that being pregnant. I will say that things are looking good. But I didn't want to be called grandma. I was like, Grandma, I'm 41. What? So I was like, she can call me Mama. And my friends was like, what? And I was like, she can call me Mom Square. I did settle on Gigi, but I was like, she can call me Jasmine. Okay, that's my name. I'm like, I don't want to be called grandma. But I will say, the thing is, when I did first find out and I was devastated, I went to YouTube and I was like, young grandmother, devastated about being a grandmother. Like, I searched so many things in the search, and one video came up, and the lady's daughter was having a baby. She was in high school, but the lady was happy. Like, she was like, she was only upset because the daughter didn't tell her, and she had to find out from somebody else. That was all she was upset about. And she was like, I just want to make sure that the baby is healthy and okay, and financially is not a problem. Like, we got it, and and I was like, oh, so you wasn't mad? Like, you wasn't hurt about the decision that she made? So that's what I was looking for. I was looking for that, because I really needed a solution on how I could work through it. And to be honest, the way that I worked through it was just time. And I think what helped a ton, to be honest, what helped a ton is that she has changed her life. If she hadn't changed her life, I think that I would still be devastated. I would still just be in a world of turmoil, and because I probably wouldn't have let her come back home. I'm gonna be honest. I would have told her, you gotta figure it out, because I can't live with that kind of stress in my life. Like, I'm not good with stuff like that. So I think that has made it better, a lot better, that she's changed her life. And just seeing her get up for school, like, I didn't have to go in there and say, get up, you're gonna be late for school. She got up on her own. She went, she came home, she studied. That was stuff I didn't see before when she was in high school. Like, no. The conversation is different. So that definitely made it better. That helped me a lot, because I'm like, okay, you're going to be a great mother. You're going to be a great mother. Now, she is good with kids. I can say that. My nieces and nephews, she is amazing with them. So in her, I can see who I raised is coming out now. Before, that was I was her daddy's side. I was her daddy's side. It definitely, because it wasn't me. But I can see the person that I raised now. And that's amazing. So those are the changes that's come into my life. Call me Mom Square. But yes, so yeah, so that's my big news that I had, and I didn't want to say anything. I just didn't want it to just be a haphazard, like, oh, hey, everybody, yeah, this is what's happening. And I did want to show like certain things, like I did want to show us shopping for and I still could have recorded it, but I just didn't even think about it, like shopping for the stroller. Like, what is the role of a grandmother? Like, especially that she's young and all she has is me. Like, what is the role of that? I still don't know. What is the role of me helping her to prepare for her life? And I know that there's things that I wish, because I had if I didn't say this, I had my daughter when I was 19, so I was very young. So there's definitely some things that I know that I will do as a grandmother that I didn't do as a mother. But, leave in the comments if you guys have experienced this before. How will this, I know it has changed for me financially because I'm taking care of her financially. But I just feel like now I have to go even harder, because I have to make sure that my little family is okay and that we're not stressing for anything. So, and that's mentally, emotionally, financially, until I am married. But even then, I feel like my daughter is an adult. Like, I don't even think me being married would even, that's my responsibility. So that's it for this vlog. I don't know how long is it. It's 22 minutes. Okay, so that's it for this vlog. Like I said, I'm gonna fix the lighting. I'm gonna fix all of that. It's just, I just wanted to just get this out. I had to just get it out so that I can start talking about it when I'm doing my budgets and everything else. So thank you guys for listening. Please let me know in the comments if you guys have dealt with this before. Yeah, so I'm a 41-year-old grandmother. I can't wait to meet her. Alright, you guys, I will see you in the next video. This is my first vlog, so I'll see you in the second vlog. Go be great. Peace out.